too sensitive for reality TV. Definitely too sensitive to be on a Bravo show. Hello, girl. We exploit your weaknesses here. I will give him that. But I don't like Amanda telling me what to think. The way that she's like, I know what everyone's going to think and what the viewers are going to think. I know what I know because I can read body language and I can see straight through your bullshit. And I clocked it in the, 4 episodes we suffered through of Summer House that there's something going on between her and Weston. Nobody does petty quite like New York.
Because why move on peacefully when you could spiral publicly?
Welcome to reality in 5D.
Where the rent is criminal.
And the brunches are hostile. Let's smell.
Spell.
I am so weak. I love that we have to give an accent to them all.
That's kind of like my rendition of
Courtney from New York.
Yeah, Courtney.
On 4th Street in the city.
Being peaceful.
Jeez.
Just wanting a bagel and a donut.
And some schmear.
And some schmear.
Well, now that we've offended our New Yorker friends,
welcome.
Let's talk about the city, okay?
Yes. Do tell. Where do we begin?
Okay, well, we told you all last time that we felt obligated to go back and watch Summer House. Just so we could be caught up with the West Amanda.
Of it all.
Exactly. And we tried, and it was dreadful. I couldn't keep it up. It's exactly why I quit watching it before. So, starting this off with Amanda and West and Sierra.
And Kyle. The whole...
No, Kyle wasn't there. It was just Amanda, West, and Sierra at that table.
Okay, yeah.
And I clocked it when Wes kissed her, when he greeted her.
Weird.
I clocked him fake looking
the
shocked.
warm embrace hugs that they exchange.
And when she was talking about dropping the bombshell about moving on to Kyle, Wes was like, oh, like he was shocked, like it was the first time he heard it, except he's like a terrible D-list reality star actor, and I could see straight through it. I clocked it. The fact that Amanda calls Sierra her best friend and Wes her really good friend and talking about how they were there for her, they're really laying the groundwork here. And I have to say, I really like the way that the episode was produced. I never usually say that, but I'm talking about the way that they tell you what borough we're meeting in. It flashes up on the screen. You know what I mean? I like that. I like the way that as Amanda, from the beginning of them filming the city, was talking about West and Sierra, and then it like glitches. Did you catch that? And it glitches again, and it's like, oh, wait a minute. And it brings it back up to Amanda. And I really liked the way that they produced that. That was done well. Props. I will give him that. But I don't like Amanda telling me what to think. The way that she's like, I know what everyone's going to think and what the viewers are going to think. I know what I know because I can read body language and I can see straight through your bullshit. And I clocked it in the 4 episodes we suffered through of Summer House that there's something going on between her and West, and their timeline is bullshit.
Yeah.
She's manipulative. Very manipulative.
Is that going to affect their divorce? Because I feel like she was hoping that Kyle would leave her or divorce her, and that way she'd be entitled to like half of everything. But this is going to change things a little bit.
I hope so, because none of them deserve it. They all deserve it, and none of them deserve anything out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no kidding.
I did find it to be low of West to be like, I wonder what Kyle thinks. Oh, fuck you, West. You don't care what Kyle thinks. You're literally hooking up with his wife. Until papers are signed, divorce documents are delivered, and they're settled, they're married. That's weird.
So weird. And honestly, it just shows that he's scared of Kyle. And
I would agree.
Intimidated by him. Which just makes me think, oh, he's even more of a baby. Gross.
And for Amanda to have the audacity to bring up, oh, the blogs are saying about Kyle, and Kyle was seen out at night. Duh. This is nothing new, Amanda. First of all, he's a DJ.
That's how I feel. That he has been the same consistent person since the first season
Why are they villainizing him now?
of Summer House. I don't know. They use his personality against him. I'm not saying it's great or anything.
No, I
like,
can't stand Kyle.
Right, but like also like this is who he is. So I don't know why you're upset that he's not changing now. What was different? Like what has ever been different?
And for Amanda to be like, oh, I'm just talking about, like us separating but not separating. That way we can grow back together, not seeing other people when bullshit, Amanda. We know you're hooking up with Wes.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. The whole storyline.
She's always wanted like a house in New Jersey to herself though,
She has.
which I always thought was weird. To be a recluse or whatever.
And then they like pan over to Kyle talking to the people who work for Loverboy.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, doesn't Amanda work for Loverboy? Didn't it say creative director underneath of her name?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which is like, I thought she's unemployed. She doesn't do anything for that company.
Well, she's gonna
She's not
need to
even at the
figure it
meetings.
out. I mean, he only has about a year left to fund the business.
She wore a sweater that she said, yeah, that looks fine. Brilliant creative director.
Yeah. I mean, Kyle is clearly overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And she said she's overwhelmed and feels stuck, but he has, like, no money left.
And she probably gets paid for her title as creative director. And he said that he stopped getting paid from Loverboy because he, like, is trying to make it work. That's why he took on so many other jobs. But I can guarantee you she did not take a pay cut. That she is still getting paid.
I'm sure.
For
I'm sure.
a job she is not even doing. So I think that's just a double standard right there.
Agreed. How do you feel about Frank? Lindsay and Frank. Frank, the guy that Andrea was like, oh, you're single. Lindsay's single.
Rose, Frank?
That was my next question. He's like, do you think it's okay for men to drink rosé? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but what do you think about him?
But that's kind of my point. He was okay until he opened his mouth, and then it was like less okay.
Red flag.
And then less okay, even more less okay.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got kind of like, by the end of that night, he didn't even have the same appeal as he once did before. You know what I mean?
I got a red flag immediately.
Yeah.
I got toxic masculinity immediately. Run, Lindsay, run. You don't need the tox mask.
Lindsay was like, this is a man. This is a man's man. And he's like, Rose. I died.
The date was awkward as
perfect
fuck.
timing.
Let's be real. And she's like, I'm not looking for a soulmate, just a little flutter. I'm like, oh, okay. But then you're fine.
That's Lindsay, though.
Yeah. Then you're
I love
fine.
how everyone tries to hook Lindsay up with their friends. Frank, which I didn't even remember his name. You could have just said Rose, and I would have known exactly who you were talking about. But who's the Australian guy they're trying to get her to hook up with on Summer House?
Oh, God. See, again.
I was going to say, everyone's like, hey, Lindsay.
Uninvested.
I have a friend. Yeah. Poor Lindsay.
I'm here for Lindsay's friends. I hate that I call them Lindsay's friends because I feel like I'm grouping them in like Kenny.
Like the minions.
Yeah, but Georgina and Yvonne. I like them. Yvonne is a little immature, and it's interesting that she talks about wanting kids now, and she was kind of low-key mom-shaming.
Yeah.
Georgina, did you get that?
It might be some jealousy right there.
Well, she's like, I see Georgina, and I'm like, oh, I guess it's okay to be imperfect and to, like, mess up. And I'm like, I caught that dig.
Mm-hmm.
It was a dig to me, anyway.
Yeah, it is. That's something rude to say.
It is, and I feel like a lot, like, G is hilarious. Georgina, comic relief.
Yeah, for sure.
But I think that's a front. And you get little moments where she talks about how, she had, a toddler and was pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
And her ex left her. And so she's clearly got some serious trauma. And who knows if that's even the extent of it.
Her
that
kids
could just
are
be
still
the tip
very
of
little,
the iceberg.
too. Yeah.
Right.
This is still very fresh.
Yeah. So I feel like there's a level of trauma there. And I don't like the way that went down with Georgina.
Yeah, I agree. She does give Mean Girl vibes. I can see why he'd say minions.
Yeah.
And let's be real, Amanda is a minion of everyone. She was Paige's minion. She is Lindsay's minion. She is just minion material.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's minion material.
How do you like? I don't know though about Kenny calling them all minions. Like Amanda gives minion vibes, but I don't feel like the other two. Like Georgina, she's a dermatologist. She does her own thing. She's hardly ever just jumping in to fight a battle for Lindsay. Like I'm not getting that vibe off of her.
Dr. Minion.
Oh,
Dr. Minion was kind of funny
yeah.
too.
I feel like he's constantly like coming for Lindsay. It's kind of giving that he likes her on some level. Like that. It's giving
Danielle
like
is a minion too.
Daniel's a
Maybe
total
I don't
minion.
think Georgina as much as Danielle, Amanda, and what is her name? Yvonne.
Yeah.
Those two they definitely give minion vibes. You don't think?
I don't think that like Georgina.
I said not
Oh,
Georgina.
okay. I mean, I don't know.
She's just she's got so much shit going on anyways that she can't be anyone else's minion. You know what I mean? She doesn't
Hmm.
have the time or the mental capacity. So she's like her own. But everybody else, minion. Amanda, minion. Danielle, minion. Yvonne, minion.
Yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
I just felt like he's kind of like low key, like just latching on to come for Lindsay. I wasn't buying the whole like minion of it all. I feel like there's something there. I feel like it's
He
underlying.
does know how to activate Lindsay, I will say. I watch him activate her and then switch it and like defuse the whole situation. And she's just kind of left stunned and just like,
Well, he says things like, "Are you on glue?" And I'm like, "What?" I don't get it.
yeah. Well,
I
she
don't.
was standing up screaming. That was a little off-putting, I'm sure, and jarring. To ask if someone was on glue, specifically
I know. Like,
glue,
what is?
too.
Do people
What?
do glue? What is
I
that?
know. I'm like, people act like that on
It's
glue. What does
2026.
on glue mean?
What do you? How do you
How
do
are you on
glue?
glue? That's what I'm saying. People, I thought that was like the kids ate the glue and like,
Yeah, like
isn't it
he ate
non-toxic?
paste.
What
Yeah.
the hell?
And I like want to like him because I'm also a Libra with a Scorpio moon and his crystals and he talks about manifesting and I understand him, but he like he latches on like the minion comment wasn't the first time in the episode he even made that comment. He made that comment first to Whitney. And he was talking like, "You need minions." Did you hear him? And then he made her cry because she's insanely sensitive. And it's just like he latches on, and that's twice now with that same comment that has not served you well.
it He knew that comment was going to activate her, but again, coming from his point of view, I can kind of see why he would say that. Meeting them at the bar and then that whole panel that he said of people judging him was like Lindsay and then all those girls standing behind
Okay,
Lindsay.
so it's like guilt by
Then
association.
it was at that party where they had that altercation and they were talking, and Lindsay went back to that table, and who was all standing at that table waiting for her? It was Amanda, it was Yvonne, it was like that whole minion group again. So, every single time he's like had any kind of conversation with her, it's been like a whole group of people with Lindsay at all times. So I can kind of see why he would think that or say that.
That's
I don't
why.
think it's that far fetched. I think it was insensitive, but I don't think it was that
No,
far
that's
fetched.
why I said I feel like he has like feelings for Lindsay or a crush on
Ooh.
Lindsay. That's why I'm like I feel like there's something underlying there because he's quick to jump on her like the second she's there.
I've noticed he's aware that he knows how to activate her, and I think he secretly loves that. And I think production does too.
Oh,
So I
well,
think
of
they're like,
course.
keep it
They're like
going, keep it
activate Lindsay.
going.
We
Yeah.
know Lindsay. We know what she'll do. I Speaking of Lindsay and knowing what she'll do, the Lindsay and Danielle meeting, it wasn't genuine to me.
No, it was so
It
weird.
felt staged.
And then she came to dinner and did you see everyone's face? Would you have sat down, like seeing everyone react to you that way? And
Mm-mm.
she's like, "Oh, come on, you can pull up one more chair, right?" Like, oh my God, I would never.
Well,
I would never.
when she's at the lunch with Lindsay and Lindsay's going through everything and she's like, "You blamed me bringing up the gender reveal on rubbing that in Carl's face and you right after she got with Carl, she gave him a hand job in the car. And she's like, I don't know if I remember that, but like literally it's been brought up how many times now?
She was so obsessed with Carl and hated anyone that Carl was with if it wasn't her.
Yeah, and she's like, what did she say? I'm the biggest hype woman sometimes.
Sometimes.
I was like, Danielle,
265 days of the year.
thank you. Like, Danielle, shut up. Danielle, put it on mute.
She was so mean towards Lindsay, especially over Carl. Do you remember her like getting so mad because of the whole engagement thing? Because she wasn't told about the engagement.
Mm-hmm.
That even at the party for her, she was like, just like, I'm mad at her because she didn't tell me and blah, blah, blah. And everyone's like, why aren't you happy for your friend? This is not a friend.
No,
And then
she
she
was
wants
so
to act
jealous.
like this is so, yeah. She doesn't see any of the jealousy. She tries to disguise it as like me being a good friend to you.
No, but she's so desperate to be on the show. And she wants the hype around her and Lindsay. So she is going to apologize, or like she did. It was very fake, very forced. And then they do go to the brunch, and everyone's looking at her like she's crazy and that they're crazy for being friends. And Kyle's like, all right, Danielle, so are you going to apologize to Amanda?
Oh, yeah.
At first, she's like, for what? And he's like, for being condescending and dismissive. And then they pan to her doing it. And I'm kind of like, oh.
But also, did you see Amanda's face? Like, why are you doing this here? Like, but also, I'm sure she has always gotten onto him, like, you don't stand up for me, and blah, blah, blah. Because, like, he says some things that are off the wall, but I know that they have discussed in private. And he probably thinks he's doing, like, a good thing, like, standing up for them, or thinks that she's going to have his back.
Mm-hmm.
And she just, like, always leaves him out to dry. And, like, that was her moment to say something. And she just like sat there like, I don't know what he's saying or why he's saying this. And it bothers me so much when she does that.
They both bother me. Their whole
Oh,
relationship's fake.
truth.
Like when they're on their way to film this podcast and she thinks, okay, now's a good time. We're filming and we're about to go do a podcast together and pretend like we're a couple, that I drop on you that I'm going to have to take a whole year out on this apartment. And I'm like, really? This whole thing feels planned and feels coached.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go and she's like, oh, I'm so good at always being in like the position to have to just smile and deal with Kyle. And I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. Everything was so fake. Their whole relationship has always been fake.
Uh-huh.
She got with him to be on TV and has never made anything for herself or done anything for herself and now resents him for it. And I'm just so sick and tired of hearing it. Like, I'm just so over it.
Me too. And I feel like Kyle's now hell-bent on running other people's relationships because he told the whole thing to Andrea about Kenny, saying that he was unsure if there was a spark between him and Whitney.
Oh, yeah.
And Whitney is like, honestly, probably too sensitive for reality TV. Definitely too sensitive to be on a Bravo show. Hello, girl. We exploit your weaknesses here.
Well, she doesn't have any friends. She doesn't have a group, so she feels
She's
vulnerable.
crying somewhere because you just said that
already.
on the pod. Like, literally, that's how sensitive she is.
Yeah.
And gets completely blindsided when the girls tell her that. And honestly, they're making her look really weak, and it's kind of sad.
Yeah. Well,
But a murky future, that's intense.
Turkey. She.
But I guess we'll see, because it kind of ends with them like talking about that.
Oh, yeah, but we haven't really seen his response to it.
We haven't.
I can only imagine, though.
Well, you know what we didn't do? I think we should play a game of Keep It Cuter, Put It on Mute. Want to?
Okay, yeah. Can't say no to a want to.
Keep It Cuter, Put It on Mute. Kenny jumping in on Lindsay.
Mm, you know, that is like jumping into a fire.
I kind of like it. I kind of like activated Lindsay.
I do too. And he knows how to keep it cute. So we're gonna keep it
Keeping
cute.
it cute. Keep It Cuter, Put It on Mute. Andy Cohen soft launching a new relationship on the streets in New York.
Gross.
Put it on mute. Keep it cuter. Put it on mute. West on the city.
Mute.
Mute. I don't need him on another
Indefinitely.
episode. Indefinitely. That booger's done.
Yes.
All right, well, I mean, the city's interesting because at least we don't have to deal with a whole hell of a lot of Kyle and Amanda, and this scandal has got to fizzle out soon.
Ugh, I'm so sick and tired of hearing about it. I want some more of like the city. I'm liking that
Me too.
and those aspects of it. So hopefully we can steer this in
A fun
a
direction.
new direction. Yes.
Well, it's been fun. Thanks for listening to Reality in 5D with Matt
And Courtney.
Bye.